about the Secret Lair Commander deck, Goblin Storm, and how Wizards of the Coast never wanted you to have it in the first place. Well, most of you guys anyway. So I'm just coming off a 12-hour shift, but we were talking about this all day at work and how literally the whole surgery department of nerds, like 6 of us, none of us were able to pick this up at all yesterday. And you know what? I just wanted to come talk about it since I also was getting my other video kind of blown up with comments of people with different views on the whole situation. So, and the more I kind of thought about it, the more I kind of think they're right. That Wizards of the Coast kind of made us not able to get this. The masses anyway, right? Because from what we have been able to put together, there probably was a print run of maybe 6,000 to 7,000 in the world. So a $6,000 to $7,000, $1,000, 6,000 to 7,000 print run of this deck is not enough for the world. I also do hot toys, and those hot toys are $500 to $600. When they do print runs of 5,000 to 6,000, that shit sells out in 20 minutes. This is $150, and Magic has a way bigger customer base than hot toys. It's just dumb. Like I said in my other video, Goblins is one of the classic tribal races, tribal, you know what I mean? It's goblins versus elves. Like, it's the most classic, enemy versus the creatures of the woods. And even though I'm pretty sure Wizards is so corporate now, most of the higher ups don't even play the game. Like you had the old Cynthia blah blah girl, the leader of Funko Pops, handling our game. She probably has never played a match in her life. And I'm sure there's many other people like her, and all they want to see is Hasbro go to the green. And coming from someone who does stocks and a little side hustle business as well, you understand this is a corporation, this is a business, and they want to see results. So talking about results, last year's Commander deck did very, very poorly. It was the everyone's invited or everybody's invited, whatever. No one cares because no one bought it, right? And that probably sat on shelves for months, and that probably hurt them, right? Especially going from printing Secret Lairs that have 4 to 5 cards to a 100 card deck for $200 and not getting those sold. That is huge. That's a huge cut to profits, right? And it's not like just the supplies, like the supplies to have made that Commander deck, that's 100 cards plus, right? Compared to a Secret Lair that's 4 to 5 cards. And the Secret Lair that's 4 to 5 cards sells for $30 to $50. This, when you look at it, the price per card, they're actually losing money on this Commander deck, right? But anyway, that's a reason why they would want to underprint this and make sure it sells out. But people have known about this for months, and I do understand that Wizards operates a year in advance. So, they had already probably started sending these out to the printer almost a year ago. And because, it says right there, it's ready to ship on May 20th. That's tomorrow. It's the 19th today. These are shipping out tomorrow. It takes time to send these out to the printer, get these cut, get them packaged up, get them sent out to distribution, all that. So I get that this has been a year to 2 years since concept in the making, but they should have known that you have a giant player, but you have a bunch of old Magic players. You have a ton of new players who this is the perfect product to sell to a new player that is interested in playing Commander, and you just F them in the A. No consent was signed, bro. You know what I mean? This is the biggest mishap ever. So going back to the 2025, everybody's invited, everyone's invited, whatever. So those sitting on the shelves this year, the investors, the board, whatever, they probably wanted to make sure this shit sold out. They wanted to make sure we had this available to buy, and that there was enough people willing to buy it. Like, they wanted a win, and this is definitely a win for the corporation. Obviously, like, they're gonna see this and just see the green. They're gonna say, "Oh shit, that product sold out, and we made a bunch of money. Good job, Tim." Let's move on to the K-pop Demon Hunters for our July release. But yeah, so like, they don't give a shit. They just see that it's sold out. They did good, and now they're gonna move on to the next product, which is K-pop. I'm not even joking. I'm pretty sure they actually did announce a K-pop Demon Hunter Secret Lair, right? And that's probably also going to be a complete shit show. Yeah, that's probably already printed and ready to go. They're just going to announce it a week before release, and then it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be Bloodbath Monday. Let's go. I hope you don't work that day. Like we all did yesterday. I literally was like, I need first break to get out of the operating room so I could put this shit in my cart. And I put it in my cart, went back to my OR, left that shit on the desk, and cried from behind my mask when it said sold out EU, sold out UK, sold out USA. So yeah, that is how that went. So another reason why they do not want to print this more is because there is actually a lot of reprint equity in here, right? There's a lot of good card like these. This artist, by the way, is Wizard of Barge. His name's Dakota, and he has like a pretty big following. And just look at this art. Like, this art is amazing. It depends. It's all taste, right? Like, for me, I like this art. This would have been sick. Like, a lot of these cards, like Krenko, Mob Boss, they've been reprinted. They're available. Pashalik Mons is like a $5-$10 card. Broadside Bombardiers, it's chill. This is a classic combo goblin piece. Great, good old grape shit. Skirk Prospector. These are all just good cards. But here's the big baddie right here. Roaming Throne. That is huge. This is like a $55-$60 card, and that's for the regular one. This has a special foil treatment, and Skull Clamp is always a classic. That could be reprinted tons of times. So many decks use that. That'll never go down price. These mountains look amazing, by the way, and there's freaking 22 of them. Look at that. Like, I would value these lands at like $10 to $15 each. And then, of course, you got your cute little goblin token. Oh, we'll talk about what I'm going to do because of how I'm going to handle this Secret Lair selling out. So anyway, there's a ton of reprint equity in this deck. And we believe that Wizards of the Coast wants to keep this collectible. They want to keep the FOMO high. They want to make sure that there's not a lot of high value singles out there roaming Throne. They don't like if they made let's say there is 6,000 to 7,000. That's 6,000 to 7,000 Roman Thrones out in the wild. If they did a 20,000 unit run, there's 20,000 roaming Thrones out there. That's too many for them because that ruins their chance to put Roaming Throne in another Secret Lair in the future, or put it as a chase card in another booster box set or whatever, right? They can double dip, they could triple dip into that card, but it's kind of hard to make a Roaming Throne a chase card when you put 20,000 units out into the wild. But like we were talking about it, and even if there was 6,000 to 7,000 units only made worldwide, if they had made 19,000 to 20,000, I think it still would have sold out in a day. But at least most people who logged in yesterday would have been able to buy it. But I think 20,000 units would have been a safe print run, and Wizards would have got money, right? Everyone's happy. People got their deck. Wizards got money. They got super great. They would have been, whoever designed this, they would have got a nice pat on the back. Tim would have got a huge promotion at work, is what I'm trying to say. And like, it's just, this is just so, this is a really, like, they knock this shit out the park with the art. The art, look, this is like a panoramic land view. So amazing. But yeah, let's check out the value of Roaming Throne. So so let's see, $49, just $50 for just a non-foil. $45 from Lost Caverns. A pre-release foil is only $10, and there's what lowest price that's pretty much $70, right? For the pre-release promo. Also, rest in peace pre-release promo. They don't even do this shit anymore. They don't even put the date. They used to put like the actual month and year on it, and then they went to only the year, and now they don't even do the pre-release stamp. How lazy are they? You know what I mean? And then this is also huge too. Check this out. The artist, Wizard of Barge. Is it Wizard of Barge? Or am I just being a dum-dum? It is Wizard of Barge. I keep wanting to say Wizard of the Barge. Like Wizard of Oz. Like Wizard. Wait, no. Wizard. It is Wizard of Oz. So Wizard of Barge. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So Wizard of Barge, the artist for the set or release, Secret Lair, he only got one box himself, which is understandable. You did the art for the set. You should give your artist $150 gift, for a job well done. And they probably paid this guy like $4,000 or $5,000 only. And I believe he planned this for like 5 to 6 months. 5 to 6 months for $5,000. Oh, man, that ain't shit. But yeah, so the artist, Dakota or Wizard of Barge, said he had one and he wanted to buy another one, but he wasn't even able to get one himself. And he literally said, I'd rather y'all bootleg the entire deck than pay these scalper prices. Goblins are for the people. And real quick, today, so he said that on 5/18. Today on 5/16, he actually did a Twitter post saying, like pretty much not like saying he didn't mean that. But that makes sense because he probably said this in anger and then realized that if he wants to work with Wizards of the Coast, a giant corporation in the future, probably not good to promote bootlegs or fakes. But yeah, that's what he said yesterday. So even the artist is telling you to go buy some fakes. And this is his Instagram and all of the work he's done in the past. I really like the art. It's different. It's kind of cool. I'm actually quite partial to less digital and more classic 90s Wizards of the Coast art. Like Sorcery TCG is a really big game for me right now because I love that art. But this is cool too. This is doing more for me than any of that digital, almost AI art that Wizards has been putting out. But yeah, this guy's art is huge, is very good. He has a lot of followers, a big fan base, and it's just sad that most of his fan base isn't even able to get his deck. So yeah, like Wizards does not care. They just wanted a quick win, and this is what we're looking at now. Look at all of these sales or posts for sale, or $450 to $500 plus. Yesterday was insane. There was $600 to $700 listings that were selling. If you look at there's 33 sold today from $450 to $500 each. It just like that's how desperate people are, and it hasn't even been delivered yet, man. So yeah, those are some reasons that we believe that Wizards of the Coast did not want this to be widely picked up by their own customer base. They wanted a small print run, so 6,000-7,000 units sold. That's still a pretty big profit margin there for them. They could show to the board that they sold out all of their supply. It was a popular item. It looks good on paper. Tim gets a nice promotion. They protected the equity on Roaming Throne. And yeah, pretty much we all just got fucked. So, I mean, I have a lot of reserve lists, and I have a lot of high value cards. I still would prefer to do a print to demand for a week, even though the senior director said a couple months ago they will never bring print to demand back. And players were complaining about waiting 6 months to a year. But what's the difference from, like, if they had announced this? They kind of did announce this, right? This was leaked a year ago. We knew this was coming. And then what's the difference between them announcing this and opening pre-orders 12 months ago, and then everyone who pre-ordered got one, compared to them announcing it a year ago and only releasing 6,000 to 7,000 units yesterday? There's none. Oh, there is a difference. 6,000 to 7,000 people got it, and the rest got fucked. So, yeah, I think we should just go back to print to demand. But what do I know? I'm just a simple surgery hoe. Anyway, that's just my ramblings and rants today. Just wanted to talk about it after that long shift of being pissed. I was pissed off at work yesterday, and then everyone's talking about it today, and I'm just pissed off about it now. So, and now I'm back home, and I'm pissed off at home at my computer. So, anyway, hopefully you guys are doing better than me and are real chill about it. You moved on. Go play some Diablo 4. Go kill some demons. That game is doing pretty good right now. I'm actually impressed. Good job, Blizzard. That's an example of a company clawing their way back from the depths of hell to give their customers what they wanted. So, at least there's a silver lining in the gaming world there. So, yep, I am Surgical Ninja, and hopefully I didn't annoy you guys too much with my ramblings. But, yeah, if you guys like these kind of videos, we could do more on Magic the Gathering in the future. I play a lot of Magic. I just figured there was a lot of content already out there. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Like and subscribe.